with Shine podcast. This is your girl, Drika Shine, here, coming to you with another episode. And I'm super excited to deliver this information because I feel that this one is going to actually bless a lot of people and also bring things into perspective and set people free. Okay, so that is the intention and that is the purpose of me speaking on this and sharing this. And I feel like because it came through so clearly and so um, potent in the middle of the night, I woke up and I clearly was like, okay, this is what the next episode is going to be about. So you guys are getting this straight from source, downloaded. And I know that if it's beneficial for me, then it's also going to be medicinal for you as well. Okay. So as you guys can see by the title, this is all about overcoming cynicism. Okay. Now I'm going to try to go into this and pace myself because it's so many things that I kind of want to make sure that I touch on in this video, which is why I actually have my tablet here so that I can actually break down some of the key things that I saw when I was kind of researching more on this word and breaking it down and bringing it, into real life. Okay. Um, so first I want to talk about the fact that unconsciously unconsciously we are influenced and the way we live and the choices that we make in our relationships and the way that we actually go about or have our beliefs about money and just how we may go through life until we reach a certain age where we actually come into the awareness and the knowing of our true self, right? By going on our personal journey and then also seeing the patterns that are playing out by going inward in our psyche and in our subconscious, unconscious mind to bring that information from the underworld back into our actual reality to where we can actually see it. It's been exposed and revealed to us. And so now we can actually do something about it, right? And so that is the purpose of you being able to go into your unconscious mind and the underworld and then dig deep into your psyche to uncover what is buried deeply there. Okay. Now, I said that to say, once we are aware that our parents influence our actual behavior, beliefs, and the way that we actually operate in this world, until we come into the knowing of our true self and claim our individuality, our own spirituality, our own truths, this is where a lot of people will be playing out more of their parentals, right? And this is one of the reasons why I feel my soul led me to go into the actual parent portals because my soul knew that that was the way to uncover my truth and to actually unlock more information about myself, about my family structures and systems, about my parents, and also to understand how I can actually see where I am actually expressing DNA, right? And then also by us empowering ourselves with more awareness and more information, we get the choice to now choose and create a different life. Okay? So, the purpose of me bringing this up is because when you understand your parents' information is influenced on you, right? Because you spend time with your family, your parents, and once you become to a certain level of growth, you start to get certain information that can actually allow you to come into your own truth. Okay? So this word cynicism came up, right? Because oftentimes on the path of growth, of self development, and you gaining knowledge of self, we often know or are aware or become aware of the mother womb and the father womb. Okay? Both of those exist, and that's a part of you actually going through your healing journey to discover what that is and what that looks like for you. Okay? So, most times we hear about healing the mother womb, and going through that process means you actually reclaiming your essence as you being able to show up as your own mother, to nurture yourself, to, you know, really reparent your own inner child. Okay. And so that's pretty much how you can reclaim or heal from the mother womb. Now, when it comes to the father womb, the father is the key that I feel a lot of people are missing when it comes to them being whole and being complete. And this is what I often will refer to as healing the masculine. Okay, because we have the uh, feminine and masculine energies within us. Okay, and this is just knowledge of self. So when we actually go through the journey of, you know, um, healing, and then also healing our relationship with the masculine energies, then that will show up, especially as a feminine woman, in how you have relationships with the masculine men in general. Okay? And this is for every masculine that you encounter or that's in your life. Okay? But you can always stem your choices in men or how you interact with men by how you actually have the relationship with your father, right? It starts with the father. Now, the next thing that I want to say, which is why I brought all this up, is because this is how it was delivered to me. So I'm giving it to you directly how it was channeled. I wrote it down immediately because I did not want to forget it. But this is what it said: all men have the power of cynicism. Okay? Which means that you have it. Okay? Now that you are aware, this becomes a sign. So, for anyone who don't understand this, this is about increasing your awareness. When you're on the spiritual path and your spiritual journey, to me, spirituality is all about how much truth you can hold, right? How much more you can actually reveal that you don't know. You see, most times people want to focus on the things that are positive, that makes them feel good. But this is more so about looking at, okay, what don't I know yet? And so this was what was revealed to me. So this word is, it got really deep. That's why I'm actually making this podcast about it. So now that you are increasing your awareness, this is about creating your own truth, and understanding. Okay? So let's dive into what this word means, and then we're going to touch on some key things, and then we're going to actually sum it all up. Okay? So, cynicism. Okay? And I thought it was interesting how this thought came up as well as I was researching this. But cynicism, in the first beginning of the word sin, CYN, but it's pronounced sin. And I'm like, wow, this is probably just, the SIN. But it's just a thought, just a thought. Don't make it too much for yourself. So this is skepticism. This is by definition. Skepticism, doubt, distrust, mistrust, doubtfulness, suspicion, disbelief, unbelief, pessimism, negative thinking, negativity, uh, world weariness, disillusion, um, and it's uh, an inclination to believe that people are motivated purely by self-interest, which is skepticism. This is by definition, okay? And so the opposite of this word is optimism, okay? Which means that is also the cure. Optimism. Now, here's what I wanted to dive into, okay? Why this is so important. Because remember what I noted about this word, about all men have the power of cynicism. Now, why did they say power of cynicism? Why was that said in that way? Okay. And then I started to look at, because we have to understand what? Healing the masculine. So in order to heal the masculine, we have to also understand their actual plight. We have to understand, what does the masculine deal with? What are their actual makeup? What are the things that they struggle with, or what are some of their own personal journey or things that they actually go through that they are not yet able to articulate or express? Okay, because they don't have the words, they don't have the understanding, they don't know how, right? So because this was revealed to me, and I know it's connected to the masculine and also the father, and but if I look at most of the men that I've seen in certain scenarios, I can see this energy is there. Okay, so this is how we get to heal, by exposing the truth, by exposing it. Okay, we don't heal anything that we don't feel and that we don't reveal. Okay, so by exposing pessimistic ways of thinking, okay, and this is about to get real interesting, guys, so y'all stick with me, okay? And this is how you understand the masculine energies that lie within you. So as you expose and actually bring more awareness to this stuff, you actually heal, right? You heal the masculine, you heal it within yourself, and then you heal it within the men that you interact with, the men in your world, and you actually have the codes to unlock it for other people. So this is how this works, okay? So it's a deep, it says deeply distrustful. Okay, so this is how deep this is. Okay, this is something that came from source, that was revealed, and it was deep. Okay, this is a deep wound that the masculine collective, the masculine energies are actually dealing with. Okay, so we have to understand, in order to have balance within ourselves, we have to also acknowledge the masculine energies and their actual struggles, or whatever, I will say, what they need to heal as well. Okay, so this is the purpose of this. So being deeply distrustful implies having a sneering, disbelief in sincerity or integrity. Okay? So, what is an example of cynicism? If you think public officials are nothing but a bunch of greedy buffoons, you have a cynical attitude about politics, a cynical person has a bleak outlook about others, also imagining that people are ruled by their worst instincts. Okay? So this is really interesting because when I see they have a cynical attitude about politics, look at most fathers or men or just, certain generations of the masculine. We're talking about masculine energy here and how it is manifested, okay? And their approach or outlook on politics or world views, right? So this is all part of the agenda and the programming that is deeply, deeply, deeply embedded, okay? You can notice the patterns. You can notice the actual cycles if you're paying attention, guys, okay? And you can see these examples in various ways. So what is cynic behavior? Not trusting or respecting the goodness of other people and their actions, but believing that people are interested in themselves. Listening to politicians for too long can make you cynical. Did y'all catch that? Listening to politicians for too long can make you cynical. Do y'all understand that? That was just something that came up. That's a behavior. That's a behavior. Now we're gonna keep moving forward because it gets good. It gets real good. Okay. Cynics. Okay, you got to think about the culture of men, right? How they interact with each other. Mind you, we're talking about this energy. Okay, so stay with me. This is not divisive. This is oneness. This is all to bring, the purpose of this is to bring awareness and healing and to uplift and build. Okay, so cynics criticize acts of kindness and will probably tease you if you help an old lady cross the street, right? Okay, and that's just an example. But this is what I've noticed in the culture of men. They can actually have this teasing where they the way that they actually interact with each other, and it could be a trauma response, which is what we're pointing out here, is they tease each other, right? But some men do have healthy ways of interacting. But if you see these type of things, you can know that it's correlated to cynicism. Okay? This is what I'm trying to get you guys to see. Okay? They have the tendency, cynicism, and what I'm saying, I'm saying cynical individuals. Okay? Because this energy can be in any of us, because mind you, we all have masculine and feminine energies. Okay, this is why I'm bringing it up in this way. Hey love, hey Brett, hey B, hey boo, I gave it all to you that time, ain't it? So cynical individuals tend to be skeptical, critical, and pessimistic, and may have a tendency to mock or ridicule those who hold more optimistic views. Okay? Let me tell you why this is so important, guys. Several weeks ago, I had a dream or a vision. It was more so some information that was bringing clarity to some parts of my journey that I experienced. But what I seen happen, that was exposed to me, was there was a war on goodness that happened. Okay. There was a war on goodness. So there are people, and this is all spiritual, guys, that actually cannot stand people who operate from a pure place, from kindness, from optimism, who actually have, pure intentions or just goodness in their heart, because this is a heart thing. Okay. That's another thing that I put down as I was researching this. This is a heart issue. Okay. When it was exposed to me, I felt my heart was aching. I was like, oh my God, I felt this aching in my heart. I was like, what is this? So, this is a heart issue, guys. So, mark and ridicule those who have optimistic views. So, they are often jaded or disillusioned and may struggle to connect with others or find joy in life. Okay. So these are just some characteristics for you guys to look out for. But we also got to look at what are the causes of this. Okay? What are the causes of cynicism in this masculine energy that's being manifested for us to look at and heal as a collective? It says it often follows from mistrust, betrayal, and hurt feelings, which is trauma, right? To the point of disbelief, having high expectations concerning society, institutions, or authorities. Okay, now unfulfilled expectations can lead to disillusionment. This is what this is saying. Now, when it comes to having high expectation concerning society, institutions, and authorities, this goes back to the politics. How much faith you're putting into, this whole authority and structures and institutions and society, right? We have to understand that we are our own authority, and we can own that for ourselves. Until you come into that understanding, which goes back to what I said about owning your truth as an individual, right? Knowing that you are a creator of your reality, of your world, of your universe, and that you hold the key. Okay? So this is why you can't give your power away, because these types of energies can manifest from not understanding these types of energies and how they can manifest. Now, this is something that I want you guys to understand. Cynicism can become toxic for the individual because cynics earn less money over the course of their lives and are more likely to experience depression or are at greater risk of heart disease than non-cynics. Okay? So this is very serious. Now, being deeply distrustful, disbelief, let's see, we got a few more things I'm going to point out before we move forward from this. But this comes from people who have been hurt or betrayed, okay? And they have not yet seen, gotten to the root cause for that to free them from this way of thinking, from this mindset. Oh, let me turn on some more light in here, guys. All right, cool. All right. So this is how you can fix it, okay? Because we also know we gotta give some balance and some solutions. Surround yourself with positive examples, okay? Try forgiveness over harsh judgment and use generosity to ignite cooperation, okay? Now, this is a cynical woman because, again, I said this energy can be in This is not gender based. This is just knowing it can manifest in any of us, but this is about having the awareness, okay? Because this can impact how you actually move in your career, in your relationships, and just in life, okay? This can affect you if you don't have this awareness. So you have to get to the root of it. So here we go. Oh, this is another way to treat it. So it says avoid reacting. Listen beyond the emotion to what people feel they have lost or their fears about the future, and ask the person if they want to find a solution or just need a sounding board to safely express how they feel. And some key other things I wanted to point out here. Oh, here we go. Signs of cynicism are obvious: low or no trust, blame, criticism, divisiveness, uh, pessimism, negativity, and sarcasm. Okay? Did y'all know that? So, to stop being cynical, you have to make an active choice to change your mindset. To change your mindset. Make a habit of noticing the good in situations and in people. Okay? You have to start believing in people. Look for acts of kindness, things that can make you smile, and things you're grateful for each day. And the more you practice, the more positive your outlook will become. Okay? So, this is a trauma response. This is psychological trauma. Okay? Um, let's see, yeah. It says those who are cynical can tease, insult, or have an arrogant opinion of everything. Okay? And here's the weakness, right? And this is why this is important for us to go into. They may be less willing to build trusting relationships. Okay? So we have to know, where is this in us? Where is this something we can actually recognize within ourselves so we can check it and actually be better, right? So this is all about getting to the root cause of this sin. Cynicism. Okay? Now let me go back to my notes because I have some key things that I want to go into to bring this all together for you guys, okay? All together. Okay? It all serves a purpose. It all serves a purpose. All right? All right, here we go. So now that you are aware of this and you are increasing your awareness and creating your own truth and understanding and being at the seat of your own constitution, okay, and being the authority for yourself, taking accountability and responsibility for your own healing, okay. And as I said, the way that you actually become successful, unstoppable, and grow is by revealing more truths and getting to the root cause of what is lying underneath in the unconscious, subconscious mind, bringing it forth to the surface, revealing it, feeling it, and really exposing it to set yourself free. Okay? This is how you heal, and this is also how you clear up your energy and access more of your wealth. Okay? And also create your own individual life. Okay? Your own world. So, the more you become skillful at this, so you must believe in people and you also believe in God. Okay? We overcome cynicism by finding hope and respect to strengthen us in every situation. Okay? Because one of the things that turn people cynical is feelings of distrust and disrespect. So, if there's someone that you feel has um, mishandled you in these ways, this is where you got to take control of your own mindset, okay? And say, I'm going to be resilient, and strengthen myself through any of these situations by avoid reacting, listen beyond the emotion, listen beyond to the emotion to what the person feel they have lost or the fears of their future, because most times when people are doing these things, they are expressing some kind of pain that's lying underneath. Okay? So this is what I'm saying. We have to be able to fix ourselves and look at our heart and offer compassion and kindness and let God fill you up with love, peace, and joy. Okay? And this is where you can find where you stand on this spectrum of this thing. Because cynicism can hurt your career by keeping you from seeing the best in life and the best in others. This is why I'm bringing this up to you guys. It can affect you by seeing the best in life and by seeing the best in others. And we don't want that. We want to heal this energy in the collective so that we can actually reap our best, create our best, be our best. Okay? That's what we're here to do. This awareness of this alone helps you to realize that you can relax and remain optimistic, especially in times of harsh judgment, and also provide forgiveness, right? And use generosity to spark cooperation. So here's some things I want to kind of wrap up about it. Limiting your news or social media consumption. This is how you can actually stop it, right? But I say get to the root cause, which is in your mindset and how you show up and how you perceive things and how you handle things, right? It all starts with you and your mindset and your heart. And then these are some practical things for people who also learn from this approach is limiting your news and social media consumption, writing down the things that you are grateful for, speaking with a trusted advisor about your feelings, spending more time in nature or with loved ones, and focusing on the good in people rather than their faults are all ways to begin loosening the grip of cynicism. Yes, this is me speaking to the spirit. Okay? This is why I speak in this way and I'm exposing and saying this word by name, because you cannot heal what you don't reveal. So you have to call these things out by name. And most times, if you don't know the spirit that you're dealing with, then how are you going to get to it? How are you going to address it? Okay? So this is why I brought this up, because I need you guys to also understand that this is the time for us to overcome these things within ourselves. Okay? Within ourselves. So by you showing up and seeing the best, being your best, number one, this starts with you. But then also, how are you looking to be better for others, right? Having better healthy relationships, because I don't know if that's you guys goals, but I'm sure it is if you're here on my channel. We want better relationships. We want better interactions. So we gotta what, believe in people because we believe in God. So we can always look at things from a higher perspective, remain open and optimistic, and always look at things from a higher perspective. Okay? Which means we cannot walk around with harsh judgments, right? And we can't be judging because essentially you're judging yourself, but also for those who you feel are judging you, that means you have to have forgiveness for those who are judging. Okay? Well, I see someone ask a question and said how to stop jealousy in love. And I'm gonna answer this question in the best way that I can. When there is jealousy in love, what that simply means is when somebody has a feeling of jealousy, it means that they are being shown something that they truly desire or want that the other person has, and that's the feeling of that is coming up and manifesting as jealousy. But what that person who has the feeling of jealousy should do is actually look at that person as inspiration, right? Because that person is a mirror to them on how they can actually look at, okay, this is something that I desire. Jealousy is just saying, this is something that I desire and want. So I'm, instead of me looking at this person in resentment and hate, I'm going to actually use that energy and turn it in the opposite way for inspiration and say, I want to be inspired. I'm inspired by this person. And so now I'm going to see how I can achieve this for myself. Because usually that's the indication that they're pushing you to actually do better, or to rise to the occasion. But most people don't understand jealousy in that way. So you asked specifically, which is what I love. You said jealousy in love. Okay. Most times people, you see jealousy and hate, but they don't understand that there is a duality to everything. But once you're able to see it from love, you're seeing it from inspiration. They're showing you how I can be inspired to do something different. So that's how you can actually utilize it. That if you're experiencing that. All right, so um know that you guys are great. You know what I'm saying? And know that you are here for a special purpose. So I am going to leave this live right here because that is what I wanted to cover, to make sure you guys get some bits of information on how you can start shifting your mindset and looking at things from a whole new way, and also understanding things about yourself that you haven't yet probably thought of because you just needed to know. Okay, and hopefully this information will unfold for you in the ways that it needs to, because I know that this has uh, a lot of information that is going to process for you guys in the coming days and weeks. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in, and I appreciate you guys for interacting on this live. I will probably go live soon to do maybe some Q&A, because I seen that there were some questions here. But for the most part, I just wanted to get that information out to you guys on this podcast episode, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you on the next episode. And as always, if you would like to book a one-on-one with me, I have many ways to work with me. but I do have a 6 week package, which is my growth mini mind that I highly, highly recommend. And also get inside of my Deeper Than Beauty mentorship program, which is available. I'm always enrolling new students. And I'll see you guys in the next time. And Brittany, hi, love. We have to connect. I have to talk to you, girl. We got to catch up. So thank you so much, guys. And I'll see you guys on the next episode.